Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, August the 17th, 2023. Thursday, August the 17th. This episode was boring, not that good. Anyway, let's get it going. Let's get it started, y'all. Molly has the family, Jordan, Christine, not Christina. See, not all the family. Sam Alexis over for dinner because she wanted to tell him the big news. TJ had to work. My thing is they haven't even signed contracts. Why couldn't they wait to tell the big news when TJ was off work? Didn't have to be told that night. And I'm telling you, there's something about this Molly just doesn't cut it for me. She doesn't. I accepted the other replacement, the first replacement, Molly, all it took me was a day and I adjusted to her. This one, I still can't. She still doesn't vibe with me. I don't know. So anyway, Christina's not there. She don't even invite Christina. And I'm surprised Sam or Alexis didn't say, isn't Chrissy coming? But see, they knew Molly wanted to talk to them. And Molly cut right to the chase and told them she and TJ found their surrogate. They interviewed today. They found the one they want. They have been working with an agency. And Jordan, Sam, and Alexis were kind of shocked, like, man, this is going fast. Oh my goodness. Oh my. But they don't tell her that because this is still TJ and her decision. And they're like, boy, this is moving right along, huh? And so George's like, wow, a little faster than I expected. You guys did. So Molly said, yes, we did blah, blah, blah. We researched this, that, and the other. And they're pretty much not giving their opinions because this Molly put together just to tell her news, not to hear everybody's opinions. And that's why I know she didn't invite Christina. Christina would have been the first to say, so soon? What do you really know about her? And are you sure? I would have thought you would have. See, Christina would have taken over the entire conversation and she would have said some very inappropriate things. She really would have. And stood there like she should have. Like, what? What did I say? What? Yeah, no. I'm with you, Molly. I wouldn't have invited her either. But TJ opens up his big mouth. Christina comes to the hospital because she wants to has a meeting scheduled with Terry Randolph. She wants her to be on the board for her her project house, her charity project. So TJ, bids her good luck going up, and then when she comes back, she says, yeah, she thought the conversation went well with Dr. Randolph. And he says, good, good. I'm glad it did. He goes, because I felt this must have been really important for you to miss the sushi party. And she goes, what sushi party? And he just looked, and I thought, see, Molly should have conveyed to TJ that I'm not inviting Christina. She should have. And TJ should have had enough common sense and knowledge of the situation to think if Christina is here, perhaps Molly didn't invite her to the party. He should have thought that. He really should have. So now, of course, we knew, party's over, everybody disperses. Sam stays around to talk to Molly. But Molly pretty much, because she goes, she goes, Sam, no, everything's fine. We have researched it. This is the way we want. And so Sam just said, okay, okay. Just know I'm here for you. She was going to offer an opinion, but Molly says, no, we've decided this. We've got this. And Sam knew, back off. Christina would never, never get that through her head. So, of course, guess who comes knocking on the door? Christina, and she's looking. And so Sam looks at, because Sam goes to answer the door so Molly doesn't have to walk. As soon as she opens it up, Christina's looking, and then she's looking at Molly. So Sam looks at Molly like, see, you didn't invite her. Now she's here and you're going to have to answer to her. So Christina looks at Sam and says, Sam, I would like to talk to Molly alone, please. So Sam looks at Molly like, you want me to leave? And Molly's like, that's fine. So Sam says, look, I both want you to know I love you both. Okay. I love you both. And I'm going to check on you tomorrow. Right. So Sam leaves and it just shows Christina, she's looking at Molly like she's getting ready to let her have it. Tomorrow she will. And okay, because Molly don't care. And hopefully, see, Molly, you were woman enough not to invite her. Be woman enough to tell her why. Tell her why. I was going to tell you tomorrow. But I wanted this uninterrupted. I didn't want tonight to be hijacked and made into the Christina show because she would have. So now we have Cody's in the interrogation room with Dante. Matt comes in because he convinced, of course, Gladys not to press charges because she wanted to, right? And he says, you know what, you press charges, we're gonna have to take Cody's statement. And Cody's gonna tell us, he's gonna have to tell us, what's all this animosity between you and him? It doesn't really make sense. And she's just standing there. So perhaps in Cody's statement, we can find out what his side of the story is. What does he have to say to shed some light on what's going on between you two? And so she goes, are you ready for that, Miss Corbett? Fine. You just enforce this restraining order then. And she smacks it down on the table and walks off, right? So Matt goes in and he's like, what is wrong with you, Cody? I just talked her out of pressing charges against you. And now Cody's playing crazy. He's flying off the handle, hitting the desk, throwing papers off the desk, kicking the chair, throwing a chair over, going over to the doctor's like, man, what are you doing? Calm down. And Max says, do you want to get arrested? And he knocks the cups off at the back credential where the coffees are. Nobody's protecting Sasha. And he's just going on and on and on. And I'm gonna make that Gladys Corbin, blah, blah, blah. So Max says, Dante, let me speak to you. And so he goes, look, you got one opportunity to get your friend in check. Because he does something like this again, he's gonna be arrested. And Dante says, Mac, I got this. I will deal with Cody. So Dante goes back in and he goes, Cody, you can stop the act. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's trying to act squirrely a bit. And I said, he's trying to get himself committed. And Dante said, you're trying to get yourself committed into Ferncliff. So you can rescue Sasha? He said, you're a bad actor. I know. He goes, I know this is an act. You don't know anything. No, because sometimes I don't even know what's going on. So he still insists on holding up his, no, sometimes I don't know. He goes, Sasha stabbed you. He goes, really? No, when? Did she stab me? And if she did stab me, why would I want to go in there and upset her? I'd be wanting to stay away. Matter of fact, wouldn't I want to have a restraining order against her? I mean, so Bobby Dante says, okay, you know what? I'm just telling you, you going down a path, my friend. And I don't get yourself in trouble because I feel you're headed for trouble. He goes, but you're free to go. So Cody goes out of there, and I thought, yeah, he's bucking to get himself committed. But guess what? You get committed to the drug therapy treatment too. So then we have Tracy. Brooklyn takes her out because look, she gave the house some relief. She was driving the staff crazy, everybody living up in that house crazy. So she volunteered to give them all a little relief, she would take Tracy out the house for the night. So she does. She makes sure she gives Tracy drinks with double shots. Her first drink was regular, and then the next round, Brooklyn's was a version drink, no alcohol, and she still had Tracy double shots, right? So Tracy got pretty drunk, and she ended up talking about she's really lonely. She really missed Luke a lot. They had so many plans, around traveling around the world, Luke Spencer style, not Quartermain style. And she has nothing to do. She goes, I have nothing. I have nothing to do. And so she's really slouching and slurring, and Brooke was like, it's time to get home. So she goes, she sees Felicia and Mac over there, because this is like Hawaii night at the pool top, right? So they got lays and they had a flamethrower. And so Tracy stumbles over and she goes, where's the flamethrower? You really need that flamethrower, Felicia, to get some excitement over here. Talk about Mac. So he looks at Tracy, and Brooklyn says, let's go, Tracy. So she tries to scoop Tracy up, and Tracy has pineapple in her hand and she's slurring around. So on their way out, there's the table. I thought Tracy was going to fall in the pool, right? That's how drunk she was. She takes her pineapple and puts it on top of another customer's drink, and they're looking at her like, who are you? And I'm not going to drink that. And Brooklyn's like, sorry. So she, come on, Granny, so she kind of pushes her ahead of her. But Mac is telling Felicia, of course, that he's worried about Cody, yada, 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 same old thing. And then Felicia tells Mac that, Mac, I love being a grandmother to Georgie and James. And what's their oldest daughter's name? Georgie, James, and the baby, Bailey Lou. And Bailey Lou. But I feel like something's missing, Mac. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing some more, Mac. And he's like, Felicia, now you're not talking about private investigating again. And she goes, no, Mac, I've given that up. No, I want to come work for the PCPD, Mac. I feel like with my skills, I have a lot to offer. And he looked at her. He goes, Felicia, what about GH? There's a lot you could do there and do it for the community. She goes, like what, Mac? I don't have a medical background. She's like, I'm a PI. I was a little junior spy. I got some PCPD skills, right? So that's going to be interesting to see if Felicia get her way. Because watch, I would rather see her at the PCPD versus her wandering around General Hospital as a candy striper. Come on now. So we'll see where that goes. We shall see where that goes. And then Finn and Elizabeth, how many nights a week can they go out on a date and act like it's their first date every time? Ugh. So of course I fast forwarded. I can't tell you what the conversation was about. But anyway, Gregory is there. Violet decided they were going to make bracelets, little beading things. And, his hands can't handle that fine manipulation, right? But he was trying. Grandpa was trying to make his bead. And so she was being Violet, her happy self, running off, getting something else for her bead and this, that, and the other. And his hands were really getting in pain. And she had run to go get something from her room. So he stands up and he falls over on the floor, and he's like, oh my God, right? And so he's trying to figure out, I gotta get up. So as he's sitting up, but he's still on the ground, Violet comes around. She goes, Grandpa. And then he goes, no, I'm okay. So, but this time he's getting his footing and he's getting up onto the couch and he's sitting on the couch. And he goes, I think I slipped on one of the beads that fell on the floor. I'm sorry, Grandpa. It's my fault. I probably dropped the bead. And he goes, no, no, this is not your fault. You don't know that you dropped the bead. I could have dropped the bead. It's just an accident. Because look, he dropped plenty of beads that missed that needle, plastic needle going on, right? So she goes, but I noticed, Grandpa, your hands weren't working too well earlier. See, she noticed a lot. She just didn't say anything. Are you okay, Grandpa? Should we call Daddy? Daddy's a doctor. Now he could check you. I go, no, not over no little silly slip. She goes, oh, Aunt Elizabeth is a nurse. No, we're not going to worry them at all. Just a little slip. Everything's fine. Let's get back to making our bracelets. And she goes, no, Grandpa. I think that's what she brought up. We're done because your hands weren't working that well earlier. I think that's when that happened. So then Finn comes home and he goes back to make sure Violet's in bed, just to give her a little kiss on the forehead. Hopefully, he was hoping she'd sleep. And she turned around, Daddy, I'm scared or upset or whatever. And he goes, why, Violet? She goes, Grandpa fell earlier. I don't think he's okay. And so he goes, Grandpa will be fine. And he kisses her on her head. He goes, I'm here now. So Finn comes out, and Finn, then Gregory's trying to scrape the beads into his hands, and his hands, the way he's acting, they almost look puffy, swollen, right? And so Finn goes, hey, Dad, let me get these. So he's on the floor, and he's picking up the beads, and he sits down. He goes, you okay, Dad? He goes, yeah, just a little tired. He goes, really? He said, is that why you fell earlier? And Gregory looked at him like, oh, she told you, right? She goes, did you fall because you were tired? Or did you fall because there's something else? Or because of something else? And he's looking at his dad, and Gregory looks at him and said, it's something else. It's something really bad. And so Finn is just looking at him. So we're going to get to that conversation. Gregory finally told his son, the doctor, getting ready to tell him about his illness. He hasn't told him just yet, right? But we're finally getting to where Alexis is now, and Tracy is now not the only one that knows, thank goodness, right? So anyway, that's it. We got comment corner. There are a ton of comments. I am going to turn on my trusty, dusty stopwatch because we are going to end at 10 minutes. All right. And you know what? This time I'm going to start at the bottom because the last couple of times I have not been able to finish. Everybody's comments at the bottom don't get to me. So let me start at the bottom because the bottom is actually the first people who have commented on the video. Okay, so Lucy says, Cody better tell all he knows about Gladys and her gambling addiction. She is using Sasha for her money. Donkey says, Cody told Dante before he admitted it to Sam. I kind of remember him saying something to Dante, but did he tell Dante everything that Gladys is using Sasha's money to gamble? Did he actually say that? I can't remember. Dacia says, Ava might turn on Nina and tell Sonny what Nina did to Carly and Drew Kane. Ava will betray Nina, telling Sonny all about Nina. Nina should be scared. Sonny will leave Nina, cancel their wedding day, and leave her alone. Lisa says Ava did say to Carly, when Carly asked Ava, how can she be friends and forgive and forget what Nina did to her? Ava says she has not forgiven or forgotten anything. It was interesting. Ava will tell Sonny when the time is right. Payback is coming. I don't know if Ava will be the one. DB says, Ava definitely can't wait for Sonny to find out what his beloved has done. Ava does like mess. She would want Sunny to find out, but she's not going to want Sunny to know she knew. So she's not, I don't believe Ava is going to be the one to say anything. Linda says to Lisa, I hope Ava uses that unforgiveness and annihilate Nina. Nina would deserve it. So now we have Monique says Nina is not cut out to be cut out for Sunny's life. She can handle Mike, but not Sunny. She needs to think long, real long and hard and ask herself, can I handle this life and all that it comes with? And Michael needs to mind his business about Sunny. He hates him, right? No, remember Michael dropped that hate pretty fast when Carly asked him to do something for her. They decided, yeah, we're going to write that out. Bah. And Linda says, I don't think Michael hates Sunny. He doesn't anymore. I think Michael cares about Sunny because he agreed with Carly about Dex protecting Sunny secretly. If Michael hated Sunny, Michael wouldn't have agreed with Carly, or something. If something happened to Sunny, Michael would be there for Sunny. And then Dacia says that doctor should be fired and have his license pulled. The judge should remove Gladys from Sasha's conservatorship. Dean D'Angelo says Sophia's twin sister stepped in temporarily for Sophia the first time she was out to have a baby. I know, but goodness, I haven't seen a break yet. Dennis says, hey, love your show. I screamed when Cody, or not Dennis, Denise. I screamed when Cody tried to attack Gladys. Good show. And then LaShanta says, finally help Sasha. Dante ain't nothing. Cody told him everything. Why not go to Sunny? Cody told Dante, Nina, have a seat. I saw Spencer look at Esme. Good news, Willow. I guess Willow got good news. Michael's gone now. You don't know what that meant. Now it's funny. Liz is not there to be nosy. I know she saw Dex, but she hasn't seen all the millions of times that Mason is in Austin's office, and now we got Betty going in and out too, like it's a fast food restaurant. Let's see, the doctor's gonna kill Sasha. She had an overdose and a heart attack. I know Sasha has heart problems. Sam came through. Sunny got a lot on his plate, but but no way will he let Sasha suffer like that. Well, unfortunately, she is. Mac investigate. I thought Carly and Laura were making sure Ferncliff were safer since they were there. Who cares about Portia? Miss Wu, have a seat. I can't stand her. Who said they were business partners? She did, right? Delusional. Marshall's always overstepping. Curtis can speak. Curtis got involved with Miss Wu because of Trina. Actually, no. The first time Curtis went to Miss Wu was to get Marshall's sealed records. He went to Sunny first, and Sunny didn't want to get involved. Then he went to Miss Wu. First time he went to Wu was to get those records, redacted records regarding Marshall when he came to town. That's when he owed her her first favor. And then Linda says, I think Ferncliff is better than it was when Carly and Laura were both nurses. When Carly and Laura were there, because both nurses are concerned about Sasha. I hope the blonde head nurse doesn't speak what she notices about. I hope she doesn't. I hope the blonde doesn't speak what she knows about Sasha's behavior to the bad doctor, because it seems like the blonde nurse is Sasha's only hope of coming out of the druggings. I know there has to be an actual doctor on staff. This psychiatrist is not him. He's just in it, visiting in and out just for Sasha. So these other nurses should know we need to talk to the doctor there. Come on now, let's be real. Lucentra says, finally help Sasha. Dante ain't nothing. Cody. Oh, I think I already did this. I did. I already did that comment. Lisa said, let me go to the top of Lisa's comments. Let's see. Lisa says, when Curtis finds out what Portia's doing to Trina and Spencer, he will see she hasn't changed a bit. She is still being pushy to Curtis. Let him heal. Leave him alone. My goodness. Mac wants to stop the shipment that Selena's bringing through the Savoy. I knew there was another reason. He said he's trying to bust her on something bigger. Ava acts like she wants Sunny to have her problems, to fix her problems that she made. Here comes trouble. Marshall will not put up with Selena's crap. Selena's wanting to take the Savoy off of Curtis's hands. Yeah, right. He blames the nurse. He is blaming the nurse for drugging Sasha. I know. It is time for Sam. Sam went to the hospital to check on her, which she did. When that Dr. Montague finds out Sam is checking on Sasha, he's going to lock her up in there. Surprised Esme doesn't understand completely. And then Michael doesn't know about Austin yet. Betty thinks she's found the information for the delivery. Where would Sasha get drugs? I know. In a lockdown. That creepy doctor just shows up and pumps meds in her IV. How can this doctor pull a nurse from care? He really can't. He got worried about the blood work, what it's going to show that what he's given her. The blood work's going to show what he's given her. Where is he getting authorized to work there? He really shouldn't. They're just writing that crazy like. And then Lisa says Spencer doesn't want to run his family business, just spend the money. I love to see Sonny tell the truth, get the truth out of Nina's mouth at the altar. That would be some wedding vows if he started asking her questions in front of the entire church. And Amber says, I believe that will happen at the altar, like when Sonny lashed out at Claudia in front of everyone. I remember that when he found out that she got Michael shot back in 2009. I'm ready for Nina to be exposed for her. I'm ready to be exposed and for her to see the real Sonny and for Sonny to expose Nina in front of everyone at the wedding. Yeah, we'll see if that wedding ever happens. And then Leola says, do you see the baby's face when Spencer was leaving the pool and he gave the appearance that he didn't like Esme? He's thinking, brother, where you going? What, huh? I was having fun with you in the pool, Spence. That little boy really loves, he loves Nicholas Caesar. Marcia says, thanks for saying that. I'll go back and see all the times Aces with Esme. He has warmed up to her, or one of the twin has warmed up to her more than the other. The babies can sense when people are good or bad. Great catch. Well, she was, I could tell, more nervous holding those babies, the actress, and they could sense that. For some reason, Nicholas Chavez, I don't know, did he have the younger siblings? He just actually held the baby safer. There was a bigger bond, a quicker bond between the actors, baby actor and that adult. But little Ace is getting used to Esme, but he just liked being in that water with Spencer so much. And it was just fun on his face. So yeah, I noticed that too. Let's see, where am I? We're at 12 minutes, everybody. Thank you so much for Comment Corner. I'm happy I started from the bottom and went up to the top. Let's see. Yeah. But you know what? I've only got a few more. Let me rush through these. Let's start with Cody. about to beat Gladys like she stole. Nina and Portia need to form a support group to help each other. I am says, I like Cody. Seriously, use your words. You're in front of cops. He was doing that on purpose. DB says to I am, he could have been or said something and had Sasha. Well, he could have been said something about checking into Sasha's finances. That is so true. Leanne says it's funny how the fans claim that Spencer checked out Esme. Um, some are saying he looked uncomfortable in all from a very brief scene. I personally can't see chemistry between Spencer and Esme because it is not really there. Spencer and Esme it's very weird and sideways storyline. I don't like the cute. Wait, I did like the cute scenes between Ace and Spencer and Trina today. Sasha's endless suffering storyline needs to end. To end GH. Oh, over that killed character with devastation. Wait, her endless suffering. No, they do. She's just gone through way too much, and they needed to have broken that up over 4 people versus heaping all that sadness onto one. Gladys is obviously she's up to something. She'll always seem to be poking the bear when it comes to Cody. Miss Wu did have her nerve coming to see Curtis with her fake concern. And then Annette says, pretty lady with the hat, I wonder if Sam is going to get locked away. And Ron says, enough with the drugs. This crazy doctor thinks he's the only one getting blood results. I know. He can change them. If she is normal, then the nurse comes in and phobic later. I don't understand the phobic later. Then all roads point to the doctor. And then Kathy says Portia is working on the person that drugged her daughter and nearly sent her to prison for a crime she didn't commit. No, Portia is a very bad person. Oh, you mean she's trying to pretend she's got some sympathy for Esme? I know Portia is something else. Linda says, I got mixed feelings about the actor playing Molly. Well, not mixed, more than curious. Had this actor captured the character, can this actor capture the character of Molly? I have watched her for a little while, and to know if she can't capture being Molly, to know that if she can't capture being Molly. An example was Michelle Stafford's Nina compared to Cynthia Ward's. I admit I like both actors' rendition. Both actors were excellent at their craft. Yes, I really love Michelle Stafford as Nina, and now I'm used to this other, what's her name, Cynthia, whoever, the new Nina. Yeah, I see her now. But yeah, this Molly, she can't capture Molly. I am says if Sasha dies, does Gladys walk away with everything as her only living family? Nope, she sure doesn't. Unless Sasha has her stuff in her will. Because Gladys is over her money as long as she's alive. If she's dead, she is not. Queen of the South says, I was wondering the same thing. Sasha would have to write Gladys as her, what do you call it? Beneficiary. And if she isn't, because they're not related, it doesn't matter. All right, I ended up going through all the comments in Comment Corner. I was almost at the top. So, woo! Thank you so much, everybody, for commenting. I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.